All right, this is a brief introduction to using the Worldview web page. And in this, I'm just going to walk you through some basic tools and how to use them. And you'll use that to complete the assignment for this week. Remember, we're going to be using this quite a bit through the semester, so it's important to get used to it. All right, let's begin. First of all, you can get rid of this part that comes up at the beginning. First thing I want to note is over here are our layers. And so again, you have overlays and then base layers. And for today, we're going to be working primarily with these overlays. You'll notice that the outlines, you can see them here, these are coastlines, and that's turned on because the eye is visible. If I click it here, that turns it off. So I'm going to turn that back on. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the time frame. You'll notice down here in the lower left, we have the year, the month, and the day, and then right here, we have how we step through time. And so for this exercise, you're going to be using a month of a step. So I'm going to click that. Okay, and so that's how we would change that. Again, you can type into this, or you can use the arrows to move it up or down. All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is you're going to be adding data. And so we're going to do a quick one here. I'm going to click on Add Layer. And you'll notice, first of all, they kind of come up this way. And I'm interested, actually, I'm going to click on All. And then what I can do is type a search option in here. So, for example, one of the things that you're going to be looking at today is carbon. And so I'm going to go carbon. And you're going to be looking for monoxide. And so one of the ones that you're going to be looking for is this one that is the carbon dioxide monthly day. So you'll notice it's right here. I'm going to click on it. When I click on that, what happens here is you get an image of kind of what it's going to look like, and then typically it will have some information about the data. And again, you can click on any one of these and you'll see, for example, here is the units. So all the carbon monoxide data has similar descriptions. That'll tell you a lot about the data. So okay, so I'm going to close that. And now you'll notice that my carbon dioxide is here. And what I want to do is, again, for most of these, I'm going to ask you to go back in time. And in this case, I'm going to put this back to 2010. Hit enter. And now we can see the data. Now the other thing you can find out is if you click here on the identity tool or information tool, it'll tell you its temporal coverage, and then there is, in this case, there's no additional data provided for it. You can look up any of the carbon monoxide layers and it'll give you the general information. So if we look here, what we can also see is this is the scale. And so this tells you, in this case, parts per billion, okay, of carbon monoxide in the atmosphere. And you'll notice that if I move around on the map, it will give me the value of where that pixel is. I'm also going to step through, and I can see if I go through time, you'll notice down here is how you step through time. Each time I click this, I'm going to go forward 1 month. Now, one of the things that's a challenge is sometimes to see where you are. And that's why I want you to bring the coastline layer, simply click on it and drag it up to the top. And now you'll see the outlines of the continents. That'll help you see what's going on. The other thing that you may do is you can also turn on place name labels. I'm going to bring that up to the top. And you'll see that there. Make sure that you use these different layers to allow you to see and kind of locate yourself in places. So again, I just turned on borders and names. Now the other thing you're going to be able to do is if you go into a layer, you can also click right here, and that gives you layer options. And the main one you're going to use is the opacity tool. That allows you to look at multiple layers at once, or to kind of begin to bring down the transparency so that you can see this background layer that is kind of the Earth as a whole. All right, so for all of these, again, we have your time here, your add layers option here, you have information about a layer, you have layer options, and then of course over here we have the zoom in or zoom out option. Okay, So again, those are the basics of using the tools, add layers, and then later on we will use the comparison tool, but for today it's sufficient to turn layers on or off and to move through time. Okay, that's it for today. Again, work your way through the exercise. If you have any questions, I will be in class.